Yes, it's the Steve Starr Show with your host, Steve Starr. Welcome back to the show. It's great to see you again. Thanks for joining us. We got a great guest for you this week. Now, unfortunately, our guest could not come to the studio in person. He lives quite far away in a place called the Mushroom Kingdom. Yes, so we're going to be talking with him through video chat, which is, isn't it wonderful technology? Talk to someone from miles away, it's amazing. Now, today's guest is a plumber, but arguably he's not known for his plumbing. Rather, he is known for his wonderful adventures with his famous brother Super Mario. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Luigi!
Oh, hello! Hi, Steve Starr.
Luigi, it's great to see you. Thank you for joining us.
And thank you so much for having me on your show.
Now, boy, have I got a lot of questions I want to ask you. Let me start with this one. Where did your career start? Where did it all begin for you?
Oh, wow. Well, I got my career started way back in 1983. Mamma mia, that's a long time ago now. But it was back in the arcade days when I started in a game called Mario Brothers with my brother Mario. And it was a big hit. Everybody loved it. And that was my big start.
Yes, and as I understand it, 1983 was the same year of the video game crash of 1983, which was a big problem for the video game industry at the time. And I believe from doing research on you, you and your brother are partially responsible for revitalizing the whole video game industry.
That's right. And the thing that happened back in the 80s, at least in North America, was that the quality of the games was going down. The market kind of dropped. But over in Japan, Nintendo was working on the Famicom, which they brought over to North America as the Nintendo Entertainment System, which was advertised as sort of a toy. And one of the best-selling games of all time that was on the NES was Super Mario Brothers. And so, me and my brother Mario were partially responsible for saving the entire video game industry. Isn't that marvelous? Oh, mamma mia, I just love that story.
Fascinating. And since then, you've been in dozens and dozens of video games that have been known around the world. And I just wonder, out of all of them, do you have some favorites that you've been a part of?
Oh, yes. Well, I certainly have the games that are my favorites out of all of them. One of the biggest ones that I love was Luigi's Mansion from the Nintendo GameCube back in 2001. Wow, this was a big game for me. I always wanted to have my own game, and well, they finally did it, and I love it. And you cannot forget about Super Mario Galaxy. That this game, and I know you love this game, Steve. Oh, this is the classic. This is a great game. And who could forget about the Super Smash Bros. Series? Now, I got Brawl here, but all of them are great. They're just such great games. I'm just so honored to be a part of it. It's just an amazing thing. I've been able to do it with my life.
Excellent games. These are excellent games. Now, with being a worldwide sensation, you've got a lot of merchandise. And from what I've heard, you yourself have a very large collection of Super Mario merchandise. Do you think we could see some of it?
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been collecting merchandise from the very start. In fact, look at this one here. I got... it's me, Luigi. Oh, look at that little figure. Oh, you look at the posable head and the arms. And look, just to go with Luigi, we got my brother the Mario. Look at this. It's the dynamic duo. It's perfect. And check this out. You want something soft? We got a nice plush Yoshi, a good friend of mine. And this right here, this is a Goomba. Now the Goombas are they're the bad guys. So, you can go along and you can jump on their head, but for the kind and gentle folks like myself, I just like to jump over them and let them keep going on their way. Why hurt those little fellas? And of course we got a Bullet Bill. These guys, they shoot out of a cannon and brrrr. Oh, you gotta look out for them. sometimes they even track where you're at. Me and Mario should really wear something different sometime. We're starting to become kind of noticeable with our outfits because they track us down and so you gotta look out for them. And the last but not least, we've got the bull. I'm terrified of these guys. But I overcome my fears to save my brother. So take that. Oh, I love these toys. I can play with these things all day. Oh, they're the best. It's just so much fun to collect these.
Well, that's a great collection you got there, Luigi. Now, Luigi, there's so many other questions I want to ask you. Unfortunately, we are out of time for today, but I want to have you back on the show, and maybe we can even get your brother on the show with you to talk to both of you. So it's been wonderful having you, Luigi.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, Steve.
And to our wonderful audience, let us know in the comments below, what's your favorite Super Mario game? I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching this show and being a part of After Hours with Steve Starr. We'll see you next week, everybody. Good night. This episode was made possible by our patrons. Get your own backstage pass at patreon.com/Aaron Carruthers, where you can check out exclusive behind-the-scenes photos and bloopers. Check it out.